Hi everyone, it's Walter. Welcome to the Film Hermit channel. And this is my third movie on the Fast and the Furious franchise. So, I realized after I did the last video that I didn't show the UK version for Fast and Furious 4, which I'll do right now, which actually highlights the point I was talking about in the last video, is that this Steelbook does not have 4 written on it, because when this movie came out, it was not called 4. It was just called Fast and Furious. So this has the car that Dom was driving in the 4th movie, and it has the desert landscape because there is a sequence towards the end of the film where they are crossing the Mexican border and driving through this secret cave road to get them to and from the border. So, and as I was saying before, that with these UK Steelbooks, they actually had artwork on the inside. So you open it up and you have a picture of the cast. It's a black and white picture, which isn't really great, but I mean, it's something that's better than nothing. Oh, I gotta do a better job with making sure that this camera stays where it's supposed to be. One thing I forgot to mention about the fourth movie is the fact that Gal Gadot, she's the actress that's currently playing Wonder Woman. She actually makes her first appearance in the franchise in the 4th movie. And so yeah, that's the UK Steelbook for the 4th movie. One thing about these UK Steelbooks is you've probably noticed they're a lot better than the Steelbooks for the US. But the one thing I like about the US Steelbooks and why I put my 4K copies in those is the fact that there's 2 slots for discs. So I was able to put the Blu-ray disc that has the Blu-ray version of the movie and all these bonus features, and the 4K disc in there. All the UK ones only had 1 slot because there were no DVDs included with these. So I figured it'd be better to go ahead and put them in there. Plus, I have all the Best Buy ones because they were cheap, and these were super expensive. Well, they weren't that expensive when they first came out, but they're expensive now because they're rare and people want to get them. So this is the movie where we talk about the 5th film. Grab that. So we're going to our titles again, and of course, they did not. This is a pretty good title, but not as good as Too Fast, Too Furious. This one's just called Fast 5. Real simple, real easy. It's a fast movie. It's a 5th movie. Fast 5. That's all you need to know. Did not see this at the theater. After the 4th movie, which I thought I liked it enough, I was just like, why? Why do we need another movie? So I didn't go see it, and I ended up watching it at home about 6 or 8 months later, just because I was home, bored, didn't have anything to do. And I was really surprised. The movie is actually pretty good. So one of the best things about this movie is we have the addition of The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is in the movie. And what's the line that he has out like in the movie where he's like, never let them get inside the cars. It's so stupid, but I love it. So this movie, basically, the law is still chasing them down. They end up doing something that gets The Rock wanting to chase them. So now they have to steal money from a drug dealer, and that's basically. But the nice thing about this movie that I do like is they actually bring all the cast members back, the majority of them from the other films. So we get Gal Gadot back in the film. We get the Han character back in the film. We get Tyrese from the 2nd movie. And of course, I didn't mention this before, Ludacris was actually into the 2nd movie. They actually bring him back in this movie. And these are a lot of the players that you're gonna see throughout the franchise. So this is the first time, well, that everyone's all in the same movie. So the film works when it comes to, I make a lot of jokes about family references. There's a lot of family references in these movies. There's a lot of Corona references, like it's the only beer they drink. And I don't drink beer myself, but people that drink beer tell me that Corona isn't that good, but apparently that's all Dominic Toretto drinks. Dominic Toretto is a character name for Vin Diesel. There's actually a sequence where Vin Diesel and The Rock actually get into a fist fight, and that's actually a pretty cool scene too. But it's a fun movie. It's got some cool action sequences. It's got some very ridiculous scenes in it, and this is one thing I really want to talk about because the 9th movie's out right now, and I'm going to talk in a later video about what I thought about the 9th movie. But a lot of people said they didn't like the 9th movie because they felt that there were a lot of scenes that weren't believable. And I kind of just listened to that, and I'm like, where have you been for the last 20 years? Because there's unbelievable scenes in all of these movies. But overall, this one, lots of fun. When it comes to a fun action movie, it's definitely, every time I watch it, I have fun with it. The character interactions are funny, the plot's ridiculous, but you just go with it. And again, this is like one of the first movies where they're all in there together. So here's the back. So it's got a big 5 on there so you don't get it mixed up with any of the other ones. And you got your spine where on your shelf you'll know which one is which. Now, you're probably thinking, what's in the inside? Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Maybe they'll actually put art in there. No art. Best Buy said we're not doing that. But again, the color scheme matches with the art on the Steelbook. So nice looking steel here. This one, I do have the UK import. So UK import, which is right here. So this one has the car that they jump off a bridge. There's a really cool train sequence in this film where Brian and Dominic actually are trying to steal cars off a train. Federal agents know what they're doing. They're getting shot at left and right, and they have to jump this car off the train, off a bridge, into a big river. Really cool sequence, really cool car. So that's what they decided to put on the Steelbook. And I think this is like the desert road that they're on when they jump off. So this is the 5th one. It's got the 5 on there, and we get artwork this time because the UK treated us better. So this one actually has a picture of Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Jordana Brewster, and I believe it's going to be The Rock, and I think that is Gal Gadot. Yeah, it's Gal Gadot. It is not a black and white picture. It's like more of a blue and white picture. They could have done a little better, but again, we're just happy that they put something in there. I was like, just happy we did something. So overall, nice Steelbook. I was actually thinking about selling these because I only have 3 through 6, but I looked at it and I'm like, well, they're really nice, so I'm not going to get much money for them. I might as well just add them to the shelf. So I'll probably have those on the shelf when I get the shelf put in there, and I'll maybe get a standee for like the 20th anniversary one. That's the one I showed in the first video to kind of show where the collection starts, and just being like, there it is. There's my Fast and Furious franchise. So go from there. So we have the one for the 6th one. So the 6th one is a little different. When the 6th movie came out, Best Buy had a Steelbook, but they also had another Steelbook that went to Target, which the only reason I bought it is because I walked into Target one day and it was like, I think it was $6. So $6 for a Steelbook is a steal. But let me show you the Best Buy one first. Let's kind of go with the color scheme we've been showing. So the Best Buy one I ended up picking up later because I wanted them all to match, even though I really technically didn't need it. But there's the Best Buy one. So it's got our cast members here and a color scheme. When we got the back, and a big 6 on the back. And when we open it up, guess what? There's nothing in here. But again, the color of the 4K disc matches the color scheme on the outside. So overall, not too bad. I think I got this on eBay for like $10, something like that. Like I said, I just got it so they all match. It was the last one I needed. But the one I got from Target was like $6. This one, and I don't know how this or why this happened, they have completely different art. So this has the entire cast of the film on the front, which is nice. And it's got the cars in the back. So the 6th movie. The 6th movie is just as entertaining as the 5th, but it's got a lot of stuff in there that's completely ridiculous. There's a sequence towards the end where they're on a runway and they're driving on a runway, and I think someone actually calculated the amount of time that they drove down that runway at the speeds they were driving. It would have to be a runway that would be longer than any runway in the history of runways. There's a sequence where Dom actually flies across in the air to catch Michelle Rodriguez's character because she fell off a tank. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. The only reason I point these things out because for some reason people that are talking about the 9th movie are just thinking like this is the first time anything's ever happened in the movie that's been silly, but come on. Now the inside. what did they do for the inside? Let's take a quick look. And believe it or not, there's art on the inside. This is what a steelbook is supposed to look like. So this is a sequence in the 6th film where Tyrese's car is run over by a tank. And at the last second, he jumps out of his car, off the top of his car, onto Paul Walker's car. Completely ridiculous, but it's a pretty cool sequence. But this is what steelbooks are supposed to do. They're supposed to have like a scene from the movie, like a capture something from the movie. It'll be like to enhance the artwork of the steelbook. But this is the only one that actually has that, at least in the US anyway. So overall, this is a really good steelbook, but the only drawback with this one, it doesn't match the other ones. It's the only thing. So the plot of the 6th movie is that Letty, Dom's girlfriend, Michelle Rodriguez, is not dead. And she has amnesia, so they gotta go find her. And apparently she's in another crew with a guy, God, for the life of me, I can't remember the character's name because it's a really great villain name, and I'm ashamed of myself. Deckard Shaw, or maybe that's the brother. Maybe I'm skipping ahead of myself. His name is Shaw. Well, there's 2 Shaw. Well, there's a lot of Shaws in this franchise, but like this is the first Shaw that shows up. And I'm getting there. That just says Shaw. Okay, so we'll let's see. He's played by Luke Evans, who actually is a really good actor. He was in a really bad Dracula movie that came out a few years ago, but he's also in the Hobbit franchise. He's actually one of the characters in that. I've trying the life of me remember the name of his character in that movie. You would think it would be the first thing on here, and it isn't. But if you see his face, you probably recognize him from the Hobbit franchise. He's a really good actor. So basically with that movie, he's the bad guy, and he wants to steal something, and they have to stop him from stealing. And at this point, The Rock and Dom are working together, and that's basically the plot. They have to stop Shaw, and they basically have to get Letty back, and that's basically the plot of the 6th movie. So, like I said, the film is kind of getting more ridiculous franchise from there. So those are my steelbooks for 4, 5, and 6. I'll do another short video where I go over the 7th and 8th films. Any other... Oh, last thing. Any comments would be greatly appreciated if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good day.